Shit, if I could dial his number. I'm trying to keep the phone here. Alright, let's see what's going on here. What's up? I gotta talk to the man. He's probably busy.
Watching Netflix, huh?
Yeah. They got the Waco.
Hi, you reached Jerry Abbott. Go ahead and leave me a message and I'll return your call. Thanks.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, master of the Abyss roll. This is Brian Peterson. I want you to give me a call back. I need a quick history lesson on the Abyss roll, and I wanted to get it straight from the horse's mouth. So I'm going to be doing a video on my channel using the so-called funk roll, but I want to make sure that I get some history down and pay homage to the man himself. So give me a call, all right? Later. Okay. Teach Me Grappling. What's up, guys? Brian Peterson here, and we are all alone in the gym. So we're going to show you guys some moves all alone because we're quarantined. And we want to make sure that we follow the proper rules of social distancing.
You know it.
But we're going to have to
Violate it.
we're going to violate the rule just a little bit while we show you guys these moves.
Maybe a lot of it.
Okay, guys. What I wanted to show you was the funk roll, or in wrestling, what's more commonly being called the leg pass. The leg pass or the funk roll. Again, the name has evolved over the years. When I was in school, it was called the Abyss roll, named after Jerry Abyss. Okay, Jerry, as far as I know, was the first guy out there that was doing it. Now, for all I know, somebody out on the East Coast, Midwest, is going to say they had somebody else doing it as well. It's kind of hard to tell, but if anybody can find some video footage pre-Jerry Abyss years era, which is like in the mid-90s, if you can show me some footage, I'd love to see it. So Jerry Abyss told me that he was in college, they were in the practice room, and they were just like, we're not getting taken down today. We're just not gonna let a takedown happen. We're gonna keep wrestling. And it became this funk style of wrestling. And again, in California, it was called the Abyss roll, named after him, his younger brother, Stephen Abyss, who became an Olympic silver medalist in wrestling. He used it, and then there's been hundreds and thousands of wrestlers that have used it since then, and it then started being commonly called the funk roll, and now I see everybody calling it a leg pass. You're doing a leg pass, and there's so many variations now. So let's show them what it is. So guys, basically when a guy does a double leg, he does a double leg on me, and here, let's back up a little bit so we have room. So this leg right here is my target. So I know it's a little hard to see here, but what happens is I'm pulsing my hand and he's trying to put me on my butt like this. So let's go ahead and turn. Just keep turning. See how, like, I kind of get caught here. And then what happens is, this is the leg I want to attack. There's multiple ways we can attack it. We can attack it by grabbing the ankle, like pulling the knee joint like this, which would like hurt his knee if he didn't move his knee. A lot of times guys will bring their hand inside and lock, okay? So they'll lock inside the crotch this way. You wanna make sure that you're not locking this way. You wanna go inside this way if you're gonna use the lock method. If you're grabbing the ankle method, you can go here. And then basically what he needs to do to save his knee when somebody rips at it is basically just straighten out your leg. Just kind of straighten it. And then now I'm able to roll all the way over and get his leg in this position. In the sport of wrestling, I just build myself up now. I keep my head up. I'm posted right now on my elbow. I'm gonna turn my hip to one side, knee slide up, and then now once I'm here, I can control the leg this way or this way, and then basically come out the back door. On basic wrestling, I'm gonna come out the back door and get my takedown. So that's your basic funk roll, the way it's supposed to work. Okay, again, guy goes for a double leg. As I'm coming down.
Doing good. I'm actually driving. Got a chance to roll around my son right now and do a little private lesson at this guy's house in La Jolla. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, that's real nice.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know if you got my message, but
I did. I got it. I love it because you don't want to hear what's so funny is the year is 19. Let me get this straight. 92, 93, 92, 93, 94, 95, 90. The summer of 92, I was sophomore, finishing my freshman year in college, going into my sophomore year. Jay Robinson hired me for a week to show this new shit that no one had ever saw. It didn't even have a name. I went to Minnesota. I stayed at Jay Robinson's house. It was a freaking amazing house. He was like a Vietnam vet and shit, and all kinds of war memorabilia. Stayed at his house. He like left me in the morning, and I got a free range walking around the house. Got all this Minnesota Gopher wrestling apparel. Mind you, I'm still wrestling at Fresno State, you know, and I go to his practice and I show this roll. I show it to the whole team. Got a chance to wrestle live with Steiner, and I was like so out of shape, so it was kind of embarrassing. Like I walk into their room and they kicked my butt too, so I had to get my butt kicked. But I went and showed this move, and one of the wrestlers said, "What do you call it?" I said, "I don't know. It's called the funk." So, when anybody ever says that this is called the funk roll, you can trace that all the way back to that Minnesota room because it came out of Minnesota. They started calling it the funk. They just started calling it the funk because those came out of my mouth. What does that come from? That's funky. It comes from
the breakdancing.
I don't know what it is. It's funky.
That's your breakdancing background.
100. Nobody used the word funky in wrestling. You didn't use that word to describe wrestling. Funky is a hip-hop term, right?
Yeah, totally. That makes sense.
Yeah,
dude,
so that's, and then they go, that's not the Abyss roll, that's the funk roll, and it makes me laugh because the name Abyss roll came out of, now the following year, or the next school year, Fresno City College, junior college, the coach had made up a drill, and they were the first ones to call it the Abyss roll. And in the beginning, I never called it my move. I say that move came from what happens when you have three guys, going and bringing it every day and trying to get to the best of the other two. Brian, you know what's going to happen. Only greatness happens when you bring it Monday through Friday. That's the difference. And we were bringing it like today. I'm getting the best of my two partners, and they were thinking the same thing. And yet, I can't honestly I can't give myself 100% credit because honestly, I want to say that Terry Watts, he hit it first in the room. But I was the one who was the sponge and remembered everything that I learned faster than all my partners. And I was absorbing a lot of shit.
So Terry Watts, who's Terry Watts?
Who's Terry Watts? Yeah, he was an All-American, Fresno State, and you can do some research. He's known in the Valley. He was a beast in the state meet. When he won state, he wrestled the guy in the finals. And I tell you, Brian, it was the craziest thing you'd ever saw. This was the state finals, and Terry Watts treated this guy named Jake Gare from San Diego section. He treated him, he made him look like a JV wrestler. Like, it was sad. Like, he just charged him down, and it was just like, it didn't even look right. But Watts was really strong, and he had a weird McElravy kind of funkiness to him,
Yeah.
And he was one of my partners, and he was stubborn, and me, and then Harold Zinkin was the other one. Those, we were great for each other. We were bringing it every day, battling,
You told me before, you said, like, those 3 guys, you guys just decided that day you're not going to get taken down. Like, you're just going to keep moving, and you're going to make it really, really difficult to give up a takedown. And then it kind of was born out of that.
You know, when you go into the practice room and you know, there's a pecking order. You know, the truth is like, very rarely do you need challenge matches. All this shit gets settled very quickly. You know, who's the best guy in the room, you know, and you just kind of accept it, you know. But when you have people not accepting it, amazing things happen. There's some sparks that fly, you know. But something's gonna give, and I was trying to be that person, but my 2 other partners they weren't bending over, you know. They weren't going, okay, you're that person, Jerry, you know what I mean? They kept bringing it, and I'm like, no, I'm the man, and like, no, I'm the man, no, I'm the man, you know. And so it was this constant bringing it in practice, trying to get the best out of the other guy. I don't know what. Now, this could be all in my own fucking head. Don't kid yourself. Maybe it was just me only thinking and like, damn, when are these guys going to let me start kicking their ass? You know? but, you know, it's just, I felt like if it wasn't for those 2 guys that were giving me shit, that this Abyss roll would have never came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You know, it was because, you know, remember, in the past, if you put a guy on his butt and the ref hadn't given a 2 yet, you get out 90 degrees, you threaten by stacking him to his back, and then he'll let go and everything works perfect, right?
Yeah.
It's like clockwork, right? You're like, I'm going to stack you and pin you better let go and give me the takedown. And that's typically what happened. Well, nowadays, if you get 90 degrees now, I can take your leg, and now that changed everything. So you can't just do that. And so that was we were like, no, fuck you, I'm not done wrestling. And that's where that role came from. Like, I'm going to keep going, even though this was an inevitable position, and mostly you would give up a takedown, and that changed everything. And that's the world, the scramble world. But yeah, that's the history.
That's an awesome story.
The funk roll comes from Minnesota, and I'm the one who brought that there as well. So you know. That's
just an amazing story. I was literally in the middle of filming our little funk roll, Abyss roll video. Is it okay if I use all this stuff?
Oh man, please do. And let's send me the link, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I will for sure. So I'm probably it's gonna go so long that I'm probably gonna split it into a couple videos. We're gonna do a little series. So right now, just the ultra basic, and how to just basically use it to get a counter takedown, and then later on I'm gonna bring it into jiu-jitsu terms, and then we're gonna bring it into the grappling world. So. And
this, what is neat, what I will say that I did see it in jiu-jitsu, and I know jiu-jitsu is a very ancient sport, and I have respect for it. So I can't say that this move was made and it came from wrestling, and it seems like actually a more natural movement that you would find in jiu-jitsu, not wrestling. No?
You know, yeah, you would think that because of you would think that because of the manner at which, like, the way the move kind of goes, right? But having
we stopped that shit.
Right, but you know what? Jiu-jitsu guys didn't really do it the way you do it until wrestling. Does that make sense? Like, they learned it. They learned it from the wrestlers, but the jiu-jitsu guys do have a variation of it that they do from their guard, and I'll get into a video on that someday soon as well, where I do it from the guard, and you would totally like understand it immediately, because it's basically the same blueprint. It's just from a position that doesn't exist in wrestling, really, because you're not going to lay on your back with a guy between your legs in a wrestling match. You're pretty much fighting off your back. But but when there's no pin and no back points, you actually have options from your back to go right into the funk. So
what's neat about jiu-jitsu is we're not really talking about jiu-jitsu. Jiu-Jitsu are we? We're talking about this hybrid, this called Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which is probably, it's got to be the most deadly, because you're just making me think it evolves and it changes. And Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is actually more closer to MMA, whatever you would call MMA.
Right.
Martial arts would be Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling and all the other.
It's like mixing it. Yes.
Yeah.
And you're totally right. But few wrestlers understand that. But it's mostly because Jiu-Jitsu's rules in their sport have taken, they've basically only worked on the ground grappling part and not cared so much about the takedowns. So that's what keeps wrestling makes it so viable. That you need to know wrestling and then combine it with Jiu-Jitsu to make it more effective. But truthfully, if you just take the sport of Jiu-Jitsu and you just don't sit on your butt all the time and you actually wrestle on your feet, it's kind of like a more complete thing, because you can use the wrestling. You're not barred from using the wrestling, but wrestling is barred from using the Jiu-Jitsu.
Right.
But you can still use all your wrestling moves in a Jiu-Jitsu match. It's not like they're outlawing anything. The only thing they outlaw is you can't slam a guy on his neck. But we also have that kind of rule in wrestling too. So anyway,
I like to talk to the wrestling analogy is like wrestling is a very formidable martial art, and it's the only one that isn't out to maim you either. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
The other ones, you got to knock them out or break something, and then that's a no-brainer, game over. But in wrestling, we go all the way till you tell me it's time to stop, because I'm controlling you and you can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's a control thing, not so much game over. You can't move that leg anymore.
Yeah.
Wrestling says, look, I control you and you can't do anything else. So game over.
Yeah. Dude, this call is awesome. Thank you so much. Yeah.
My pleasure.
All right.
Thank you. Very stimulating, Brian. Thanks.
All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. There it is. So we just got hijacked. Guys, we're gonna have to split. This video is gonna be way too long. So what we're gonna do is just bring you back. We'll do the funk roll or the Abbas roll really quick again, and then we'll cut it, and then we'll get back to it another time. That was awesome. You guys don't understand how lucky you guys are to have been a part of that. Even myself, I feel very lucky right now. So let's get back to it. All right. So we got interrupted by Jerry. You guys just heard that. We're gonna just show it to you guys a couple more times really quick. All right. So let's do that and we'll knock this out. So again, guys, maybe I'm here and the guy goes double leg. Boom. I'm falling to the mat, and then go turn. No, yeah, there you go. See how I'm on my back for a second. I've already committed to my back. The problem is, if you guys want to practice this, what I didn't show, if the guy holds on and won't let go, he ends up getting rolled like that, and that's not good. I end up on top of him. So that's not good for him. It would mean that he would have really bad wrestling balance. So when he penetrates and he's here and I drop and I'm towards my back, he has to limp arm this arm and post it on the mat. So that way, when I roll, he creates balance, and now I'm creating this position here. Now sometimes the guy ends up popping up on his elbow and he comes up like this, and we end up in the scramble where you're holding one leg and I'm holding the other. See what I mean? And you're trying to sit back on me. As I build up, if I can build up quick, this is what you see in a lot of college matches now. Hopefully that's in the frame. Let's just back up a little. The guy has like a knee bar, and then this guy right here, me, I'm trying to apply some force and some pressure, maybe standing up, driving to get him off of that leg so I can get the takedown. So again, guys, if you're gonna practice this, it's real simple. He puts me on my hip, on my butt. I'm like Jerry said, I'm out here 90 degrees, and then I want to attack this leg. So again, as I go for it, I'm gonna reach. This time I'll show you the ankle. I'm pulling the ankle. I take it all the way through, and then now, once I'm here, okay, I want to start building up. Oftentimes in wrestling, it becomes a stalemate. Sometimes I capture both, and I just sit here. It's not really advised by most coaches to sit here, but you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes in the third period, and you just wanna ride it out. But this will be a stalemate because it'll be really difficult for him to do anything. Sometimes you'll try to stand up, but if I've got both legs, it's really hard to stand up. And oftentimes you're pulling on my leg almost like a Boston crab, and the referee just ends up calling potentially dangerous. But if I can build up right here, I can come out the back door and get my takedown. So that's your basic, guys. We're gonna go over it again another time and go over the application in Jiu Jitsu. We're gonna talk about the ins and outs, what my feelings are on this move for Jiu Jitsu or for MMA. It works really well. I mean, there's drawbacks, but there's also, not everybody knows everything. So if you go with someone who's not familiar with the funk roll, especially somebody who has never wrestled before, they're probably going to be kind of like caught off guard, and they're not going to know what's going on when you first hit it. So that's the leg pass, or the funk roll from Minnesota, or what we always called it in Cali, giving little respect to Jerry, the Abyss roll. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll be back for more next time with more great stuff. Thank you, Dave. Out.